Yo, we got another hot one. Man says his baby mother wants to continue child support after his daughter turns 18 years old. Now, me personally, I think that's crazy. And I want to give a shout out to him because most men don't step up to the plate. But shout out to all the fathers that do stick around and take care of their children, even when things don't work out with the child's mother. But without further ado, let's hear what he has to say.
All right, so this is to the women who receive child support. Now, it don't matter the amount. This is just to the women who receive child support. Tell me if this is crazy. Okay. So I am a father. I have 3 children. I pay $1,600 a month in child support.
Whew, that just hit me in the heart. 1,600. But hey, man, shout out to you for taking care of your children and not leaving it to the system to pick up the slack. So shout out to you.
My child support is going to go down. I have an 18-year-old who's getting ready to graduate high school. My child support, when she graduates high school, it's probably going to be, let's just say, $300 a month. That is no longer going to go from my account to her mother's account. So I told my 18-year-old that when that happens, I will give that same amount of money, whatever the amount that originally went to their mother, I'm going to give it directly to her as long as she's in college. I was having a conversation with a coworker, a friend of mine, and she literally, I told her that story. I told this coworker that story. And that coworker immediately, without flinching, said, "Oh my God, there you go. That's why all men are like that." And I said, "All men are like what?" And this is what she told me. She said, "All thing y'all worry about is taking money from the mother's pocket."
Yo, this is insane. These women out here are delusional. Not all women, but a lot. And it's sad to say that a lot of women that you men are out here procreating with and are having a good time, they literally use your children as dollar signs. I applaud all the men who have made it to their 30s and their 40s and they're not married without children. I applaud you because I have seen child support turn people's lives upside down. I believe that as parents and adults, you owe it to the children to have a mutual relationship for the benefit of the child. Because when the child sees you fighting back and forth, especially over money, it creates a resistance and bitterness in the heart of the children. A lot of times, children at a young age don't even verbalize what is going on. Some children do speak up, but most children just internalize what they see. And I personally believe that we need to normalize focusing on the children and not being selfish ourselves. This woman is delusional because if a father who is not with the mother has fulfilled his obligation financially as a parent, why should he still be on the hook to continue to pay child support to you if the child is coming into adulthood? If that's the case, then a car dealership should continue to be able to charge you for a vehicle that you financed that you have now paid off. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense for a finance company to continue charging you for a vehicle that you've paid off? That's exactly what you're asking the father to do. Now, in my personal opinion, I think this is a great idea. He's pushing his daughter in the right way. He says, hey, you know what? I've been paying child support to your mom. From the information I'm receiving and the way I'm digesting it from this video, the father sounds financially responsible and he wants to push his daughter to continue her studies, but he's giving her an incentive. And by him not taking that money back, that lets me know that he's in a good place financially. And if this were me, I think this was a great idea to encourage her to go to college and say, hey, for you going to college, I'm going to give you financial assistance. And I'm pretty sure he's going to do more for her besides this, but it's just an incentive. And let's be honest, as humans, as individuals, we love an incentive, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's on the job, anything you do, if there's an incentive, that will incentivize you more to complete the task. But the fact that you have mothers out here that want to weaponize children through the court system is diabolical and evil. It's not about you. It's about the children. Let's say it together. It's not about you. It's about the children. And these mothers wonder why when the children grow up and find out the truth of how you treated their fathers, they remove themselves from you because they find out that you are an evil and nasty person on the inside. And respectfully so, because that is by your own doing. Every person, regardless of the situation, is deserving of respect and humanity. And the same goes when you have two parents in a co-parenting relationship. But there are lots of women that want to weaponize the children because they gave birth as a financial bargaining chip. And that's not fair to the children.
And I literally looked at her and said, I'm not worried about taking money from my ex-wife. Like that's the rule. Like when my child graduates graduate high school, I no longer pay her 30%. I'm only gonna be paying her 25% for the other two. And she just kept going. Oh my God. I can't believe you're that kind of man. And I literally just was like, and I was kind of confused. Like, matter of fact, another one of our co-workers was sitting there, and I looked at it, and I was like, are you understanding what's happening? And he said, no. And she said, y'all literally, you just trying to get more money back in your pocket. Yeah. And I said, did you hear the part where I said that I was going to give that the 5% that's no longer going to my ex-wife, I'm going to give it directly to my child.
And even if he decided to put it back in his pocket, that is his right. If he has fulfilled his obligation as a father financially by the courts, he should not be liable to continue paying the mother for that child unless he decides to do so. The fact that you want to keep somebody on child support after the child has turned 18 is insane, and it reveals more about you than the father. It shows that you're bitter, that you are unhealed, and that you still have resentment toward the person that you are sharing this child with. Again, it is not about you, it's about the child. And if it's about the child, then every decision and choice you make is for the best interest of the child. Again, I applaud this father because he said, you know what? My daughter's getting ready to graduate, and instead of giving this money to you, I'm going to put this money in your pocket to help you start learning to sustain yourself as you go to college. And listen, we all remember back when we was in college or first graduating. Listen, an additional $300 in your pocket, and you have a little part-time job, and your parent is financially stable enough to buy you a car or help you get a car. Listen, you be good for a minute, especially if you don't have no debt. $300 is a lot of money to somebody that's in college. So let's not act like that's not a nice amount of money. $300 even today can help out a starving college student.
As long as she's in college. And this is why I'm like, is this crazy now? She literally said, it don't matter if it goes directly to the child. What matters if it should still go to the mom.
That's insane. I disagree. You should stop talking to that coworker because she's crazy and she's bitter and she probably has a baby daddy that does not help her with the child. And she probably ran down to the court right away and put him on child support. And it's women like this that sever the ties between a father and the child, even when things don't work out. It is hard to co-parent with someone that is unhealed and is weaponizing the child against you because you've hurt them, because of the decisions that you've made in the relationship that you guys once shared.
Is that crazy? Or is that me thinking this whole system is crazy? Like, because my thinking is, if it's child support, it goes to supporting and providing and caring for the child. And if I decided to keep the $300 in my pocket because she's 18, why does that make me one of those men?
Man, shout out to you for being an amazing father, for being responsible and taking care of your children, even when things didn't work out with you and your ex-wife. Shout out to you for doing things the right way. And shout out to you for incentivizing your daughter to go to college and also building her up and training her up in the way to become an adult. I believe more fathers should think this way. I believe if things do not work out, both parties should seek healing and develop a effective co-parenting relationship that is beneficial for the children. And if you're a person out there that's listening to this video and you weaponize your children one against the other, I want to encourage you to go repent and ask for forgiveness. Because at the end of the day, we have all hurt somebody. Every last person on this earth has hurt somebody, has hurt their feelings, has broken their heart, have betrayed somebody's trust, have offended someone. And so none of us are blameless. So I say all that to say, keep the children first, make better decisions, and move on with your life. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. And as I always say, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. And to my black men and men everywhere, stay away from toxic women. I'm out.